Alright, in this lesson we're taking a look at Jerry Garcia's rhythm guitar part for Althea. Alright, so Jerry's rhythm parts in Althea are played fingerstyle, so with his picking hand fingers, and as often with his finger-picked rhythm parts, Jerry keeps the pick tucked so he can get to it easily for solos. So to really get that the feel of this song correctly, the devil really is in the details, and most of the details are in the picking hand. So we'll take a look at that. So the chords for the intro and the verse go from B minor to A to E, back to A, and then B minor, A, E. So then with the picking hand we have this. Alright, so the first thing let's do is just take a look at that opening lick. So we slide from the 2nd to the 4th fret on the 6th string, and we play that with our thumb of our picking hand. Then we play an open A string. And here's one of those details. So Jerry kind of alternates between either playing or. So the first variation is just simply walking up. So we play that slide from 2nd to 4th fret of the 6th string, open A, 1st fret on the 5th string, and then to our 2nd fret of the 5th string, which is the root of our B minor chord. And the other variation, which you'll hear a lot of the times, is repeating that open A string, but we play it with our index finger of our picking hand. So we have thumb followed by the index finger. And then 1st fret to 2nd fret. So that slowly is. Alright, so then when we get to our B minor chord, we're going to play, alternate between the 2nd fret of the 5th string and 4th fret of the 4th string with the thumb. And then when it goes to the A chord, we play the open 5th string and the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So it sounds like this, just that part. And then with the other notes added in, it sounds like this. Alright, so for the B minor, we start with the thumb of the picking hand playing the 5th string. Then we play the 4th string, so that's 2nd fret, 5th string, 4th fret of the 4th string. Then it's the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And that's played with the middle finger of the picking hand. Then back to the 2nd fret of the 5th string played with the thumb. Then we have the index finger playing the 4th fret of the 3rd string, followed by the 4th fret of the 4th string with the thumb. Then we go to our A chord. And that 2nd fret of the 3rd string, our A, is played with the index finger. And then we're going to play the open A string and the 2nd fret of the 2nd string at the same time. And then we're playing an A sus, So we're going to play the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and you can either play it with your middle finger or your ring finger with your fretting hand. I think more often than not I use my middle finger just because that's naturally what happens. So that's going to be the 2nd fret of the 4th string and 3rd fret of the 2nd string at the same time. And then we go back to open 5th and 2nd fret of the 2nd string at the same time. Then we have the open 3rd string, hammer onto the 1st fret of the 3rd string. So that's G to G sharp. So we're anticipating that E chord almost a beat early. And at the same time as we play that 1st fret of the 3rd string, we're playing an open D string, and that's the flat 7th of an E chord. It gives it that E7 tonality. And then we have the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So that bar by itself slowly sounds like this. Then we have the E, so open 6th string. Then we're going to play so while we hold an E chord, we're going to play the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then so that's with our thumb, and then with our index finger, we're going to play the 1st fret of the 3rd string and 2nd fret of the 4th string at the same time. And then with that same index finger, we're going to play the 1st frets of the 4th and 3rd strings, sliding into the 2nd frets of the 4th and 3rd strings. So we're approaching an A chord from a step below. Put that together. Alright, so here's another one of those details. So when the lick starts, Jerry slides on the 6th string from the 2nd to the 4th fret. But after we play the second half of that lick, we just slide from the 3rd to the 4th fret. But then we also do that indexed fingered open A string. And again, that's optional, but you'll hear it, a lot of the times. Alright, so let's hear what we have so far. Alright, so the next part, the B minor to A part, repeat. And we have this lick right here. So we have an open E, followed by the 2nd fret of the 4th, 1st fret of the 3rd strings. And then with the fretting hand, Jerry would take the ring finger and hold down the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So we have an E sus right there. So it's an open E and a 2nd fret of the 3rd string at the same time. Then we have that open 3rd, hammer on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. And this time, when we hammer on, instead of the open E, we're playing the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So we have a major 3rd and a root at the same time. And then with the index index finger, we play the 2nd fret of the 4th string, that E again. Then we have the open E of the 6th string, and then we start over. Alright, so with the fretting hand and holding down the pressure of the chords, you can determine how much ringing you have or how staccato you make it. So you can alternate between a very staccato sound or letting it ring out. So that's just one of those personal choices when you're playing it. Alright, so that was the intro of the song. Alright, so for the verse, we have the same chord changes. We have B minor, A, E, A, B minor, A, E. But instead of playing all those embellishments, we stick more to just a bare bones kind of alternating bass sound. So very bare bones, it would just sound like this. And I recommend you start by doing just that. So we're alternating between the 2nd fret of the 5th and 2nd fret of the 6th string, our root and 5th, and then with the B minor chord we're playing so 5th string to 4th, then 6th to 4. Same for the A chord. And then E, we just play 6th string to 4th string. Alright, so although this part is very quiet under Jerry's singing, sounds like he's got a little more going on, so the way I embellish this part is like this. So we have the 5th string, 4th string, 6th string, then with our index finger we play the 3rd string, followed by the 4th string. So over the just when it gets back to E and just stays on E, Jerry usually played something like, which we've already done. And then there's other variations, but I'm just stuck with this one. So we have then we can do that walk up, so 4th fret of the 6th string, open A, 1st fret of the A, 2nd fret of the 5th string. Alright, so that goes 2 times through, and then the second time, instead of going, we're going into the chorus part. So we have, so that's open 6th string, 2nd fret of the 6th string, 4th fret of the 6th string. Then we go into an A chord, and we're playing our A up here on the 5th fret. So we have this E cade shape, or looks like an F bar chord. And again, Jerry often used the thumb in the bass note. So starting with the bare bones part, we're just going to alternate on the A chord from the 6th string to the 4th string. Then C sharp minor, and we alternate between the 4th fret of the 5th string, then we have the 6th fret of the 4th, 4th fret of the 6th, 6th fret of the 4th. Then we play a D chord. Again, Jerry played it like this with his pinky, but I prefer to play it with my ring finger. So same as the C sharp minor chord, we're going to alternate between the 5th fret of the 5th string, 7th fret of the 4th, 5th fret of the 6th, 7th fret of the 4th, then back to A. Alright, but then Jerry would add sprinkle in some other notes during this part. Alright, so I wrote out an example part for you, and it sounds like this. Alright, so for the A chord, we're going to do that alternating 6th to 4th string with the thumb. Then back to the 6th. Then with the middle finger of the picking hand, we're going to play the 2nd string. So that's 2nd string, 5th fret. Then we follow that with the 7th fret of the 4th string, and then with the index finger we play the 6th fret of the 3rd string. Then 5th fret of the 6th string, 7th fret of the 4th, 5th fret of the 6th string, 7th fret of the 4th. Alright, then with the C sharp minor, we're going to play the 4th fret of the 5th string with the thumb, 6th fret of the 4th string with the thumb, then we have the 4th fret of the 6th string with the thumb, and we're going to play the 3rd fret of the 6th string with our index finger, and then the 6th fret of the 4th string with our thumb. Then we have the 4th fret of the 5th string, 6th fret of the 4th, 4th fret of the 6th, and 6th fret of the 4th. Then we go into our D chord. We're going to play the 5th fret of the 5th string with our thumb, 7th fret of the 4th string with our thumb, 5th fret of the 6th string with our thumb. Then we're going to play the 7th fret of the 2nd string with our middle finger. Then we have our 7th fret of the 4th with our thumb, 7th fret of the 3rd with the index finger. Then the 5th fret of the 5th with the thumb, 7th fret of the 4th with the thumb, 5th fret of the 6th with the thumb, and 7th fret of the 4th with the thumb. Alright, those 3 measures. Then we go back to the A, and this time we're going to go, so 5th fret of the 6th with the thumb, 7th fret of the 4th with the thumb, then we have the 5th fret of the 6th with the thumb, 5th fret of the 2nd with the middle, 7th fret of the 4th with the thumb, and 6th fret of the 3rd with the index. Then 5th fret of the 6th with the thumb, 7th fret of the 4th with the thumb. Then we play this walk down. So that's 7, 6, 5 on the 5th string, and then 4th fret to go back to our C sharp minor. And Jerry does different licks there. Another one that I really like is this one. So we have so that's 6th intervals sliding from the 7th of the 3rd to the 9th, the 9th fret of the 1st string, 7th fret to the 4th in 1st strings, 6th fret of the 3rd, 5th fret of the 1st, and then that walk down. Alright, so again, you can play anything you want here as an embellishment. I just wrote these out, so if that helps you learn, get something under your fingers. Then we go back to C sharp minor. We're going to play 4th fret of the 5th string, 6th fret of the 4th string, 4th fret of the 6th. Then with our middle finger we play the 5th fret of the 2nd string, 6th fret of the 4th with the thumb, then 6th fret of the 3rd with the index finger. Then we have the 4th fret of the 5th, 6th fret of the 4th, 4th fret of the 6th, 6th fret of the 4th. Then we go to our E chord. We play an open E or 6th string, 2nd fret of the 4th. Then I have a little fill here, so open E string, then hammer on open the 1st fret on the 3rd, followed by the open 1st string. Then back to that open E, and then our little walk up. Then we have this. Alright, so that's B minor, 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret of the 4th, 2nd fret of the 6th, then we have the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then the 4th fret of the 4th. Then A, so open 5th string, 2nd fret of the 4th, open 6th string, 2nd fret of the 2nd string, 2nd fret of the 4th. And then our lick on the E. Alright, so here's the chorus part slow. Alright, so our last section we need to learn is the bridge. So the bridge, it goes to a D chord. So here's the bare bones part. So D. So it'd be an open 4th string, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, open 5th string, and then 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Then a G chord. So we're going to play 3rd fret of the 6th string, followed by open D, then E. And that's 2 measures. Back to D. So D, G, B minor, A, E. Alright, so to walk up into the bridge, we're going to play the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 4th fret of the 5th string. So coming out of the E lick, we have Alright, that's Althea, Jerry Garcia's rhythm part. Alright, hope you enjoyed this lesson. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that like button, and I will see you next time. Alright, bye.